Welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about the latest Cradle of Humanity DLC information for X4 Foundations. Bernd, the EGOSOFT CEO, was on a German show recently and did talk a little bit about the upcoming expansion. It was all in German, so I didn't really watch it. Thankfully, a Reddit community member, I can't say the name, Thaku, dropped info on what he said translated into English. You can see the link below in the description. It wasn't a huge reveal, as we already know most of what the expansion will contain. However, some interesting information was given, so let's get into it. Terraforming was mentioned. We might get to see it in the beta this coming week. That would be the week of January 24th, depending on when you watch this. We don't know too much about terraforming, but here's what we do know. It'll be an endgame activity. It's not about making money, as it's supposed to be a money sink. If you just made more money, you wouldn't really have much to spend it on. So this is meant to take up your money. Terraforming will change the way planets look. To what extent, we don't know, but there will definitely be cosmetic differences. Only specific planets can be terraformed, and it occurs through a mission-based system. This is some of what I saw when looking at the 4.0 beta files. So that may or may not be true, but that is what I saw. So take it with a grain of salt. And you'll need a player HQ and a shipyard in order to participate in terraforming activities. So it'll be interesting how many people in the beta have a game in 4.0 that has that much built up to participate in the end game. The fact that we will see it in beta means terraforming is a part of 4.0 and not the expansion. I'm 99% sure of that. So that means it should be free to all players, which is nice. Hopefully the expansion will make use of terraforming. I don't see why it wouldn't. It's a perfect opportunity to use it. The expansion content is pretty much done. That means the new missions, sectors, ships, and such. However, the content for the 4.0 release is still being worked on. No dates were given for the release yet. It is still Q1 as far as we know. That means end of March, January, February, March. Yeah, end of March. So we're getting close. If the beta comes out for terraforming, then I got to think we're getting close. There's also some discussion of what's next. The Multiverse is most likely the next big feature the team will be working on. If you don't know, the Multiverse is X4's multiplayer system, except it is more of an asynchronous multiplayer rather than a co-op or MMO kind of system. For example, right now, you can send ships off to do missions, and they'll appear in other people's games, but they won't do too much in the other people's games. They'll just kind of be there. It's very basic at the moment, so they want to make improvements there. This is a bit of a controversial feature, as some people would love more multiplayer, while others don't want any parts of it at all. The Multiverse is EGOSOFT's attempt at finding a middle ground between the two sides. I fall more on the no multiplayer side, but if the Multiverse system is interesting enough and makes you make good decisions, I wouldn't mind it, but I definitely don't want true multiplayer. EGOSOFT's all about, the power fantasy, and multiplayer games mean balancing in a way that kind of makes that difficult to do. Another issue is mods with the Multiverse. Right now, any mods will disallow you from participating in the Multiverse, which is a real shame. There are a lot of great mods out there that don't necessarily affect the core gameplay. I would love for a way to get mods approved or something like that so that you could still use certain mods with the Multiverse. Finally, there's mention of the next expansion after Cradle of Humanity. This And what I mean by that is, I think the question was asked, what will come next? This, of course, means the borons are brought up, as they are still lost out there somewhere in the dark. But no real hints or anything was given about what might be in the next expansion. The people want borons, though, so they got to come back sometime, right? So maybe this will be it. We'll see. That pretty much covers it. Thanks for watching.